So I'm going to go ahead and go for my thoughts, and then we'll hop into some other streams and see what the general consensus is. But my thoughts are there was stuff that looks good. Zanny looks good. Syacona looks good. But like I said earlier, I am very excited for Zanny. And some of the system optimizations did look good. I am happy that they're making some steps in the right, steps to help with the ecosystem, but it's not exactly what the community wanted. And like I said, it's very dependent on how available, how accessible it is that item is to get. So you can focus on some some substats for your echoes. If that item is not to some extent accessible, like if it's stingy, like for example how stingy it is to get in Genshin Impact, then there's no point to it. You really didn't fix anything. It's just a niche thing that you will occasionally get to help you. And then when it comes to the anniversary system for the pools, don't get me wrong, I do like that there is a way to focus in on some of these characters from that we got in the past. Don't get me wrong, I think that's nice. But that's burning pools when you could save those pools for future characters. Because right now, like let's say you got all those I can't remember exactly what characters they had for the first phase, but you got all those characters for the first phase, and then you have Zanny. Who are you going to be spending your currency on? You're going to be spending your fucking pools on fucking Zanny. So it's almost a waste. Unless I misinterpreted that, that's how it viewed to me. And then, really, don't get me wrong, I like that they showed some the summer skins for Changli, definitely, and Carlotta, and then saying we're going to be picking the main plot of the story back up in 2.4, but that's 2.4. We need to live in the present. I care about what's going on in the present. Yes, it's nice that you tell me what we're going to be expecting in 2.4. That's fine. That's nice. But I want to know what we're getting or what we're doing in the present. I am living in the present moment. I am not living in the future. So, yes, you can tease me with a few things we're getting in the future, but I need to know what we're doing now. And you did tell me to an extent what we're doing now, but it didn't feel spectacular. And in fact, even though, like I said, some of the optimizations we're getting in 2.3 are nice, but at the end of this live stream, all I feel like is we're getting a filler event. I feel like our anniversary is essentially a filler. And and I can't, there's no two ways about it. The anniversary for 2.3 for Wuthering Waves is feeling like a filler. And the only thing I'm honestly anticipating is the Zanny stuff. I don't really care about mini game events. That's just me speaking personally. I don't really care about mini game events. So with the shit with the decapitated heads or the cubes, okay, it's cute, but I realistically don't care. And again, Zanny's stuff is the only thing I'm looking forward to, and I'll probably do Syakona's story, but it's not something that I'm really like dead set on doing, unlike Zanny stuff. So that's my thoughts. I feel like 2.3 is just looking like a filler. I think the anniversary stuff is just okay. It doesn't look like we're going too crazy, which is not what you want to do with an anniversary. And I saw just decent system optimizations. I think they just kind of took a half step instead of going all the way with what the community wanted. Now let's go check out what other people have to say. We'll go right into the tech tone.
We didn't get a global passive. Big W.
Okay, who cares?
Huge W.
I'm gonna go right to where he's beginning.
Alright. Dude, we're in Kuro's office for 9 minutes. That's insane. What the fuck? Live. Which is what?
大家分享，在阿维柳宁神学院的冒险后，
Yeah.
卡提夏的故事还没有结束。
Right?
2.4版本，我们将开启黎纳西塔
On-
全
Yeah, even people are saying L anniversary.
更加精彩的冒险，更加跌宕起伏的故事，都将在这个夏天
Uh-huh.
等待着漂泊者们。
不愧是你啊，这都能踩到
Oh
最后。
yeah.
We already knew that was coming,
Oh
Tactone.
yeah.
神啊！
We already knew that was coming.
朋友们一起
OK
度过，我真的非常非常开心。
是啊，转眼间，明朝已经在各位漂泊者们的陪伴下，度过了一段很长、很珍贵的时光。真的非常感谢各位漂泊者们的支持，我们也会。
我们在这里还有一个礼物要送给大家。我们有幸邀请到了皇家苏格兰
真庆典即将到来，真庆典即将到来，希望大家能在明朝1周年朝生庆典中。
Where's my global passive?
All right, I'm gonna pause him there.
What?
I'm gonna pause him there. It's so stupid. And don't get me wrong, the global passive was not a good thing for Honkai Star Rail. Everyone knows that, though. Everyone knows that. And so it's very disingenuous to go, well, hey, Wuthering Waves didn't do the global passive, so that's a great thing. No fucking shit, dude. Yeah, that's an easy win. That's like saying, oh, it's like literally going to a restaurant and giving them a win for not poisoning your burger. Oh, hey, man, you didn't poison my burger. Great. Awesome. Thank you for not trying to kill me. It's like, that is so obvious. That's so fucking obvious. And that's my only criticism for why he's doing that, because it's obvious. That's like saying, oh, you didn't do the bare minimum. Or you did the bare minimum. My bad. I misspoke.
So let's keep it 100%. Those anniversary awards sucked ass.
Okay, okay. All right, yeah. All right, we can at least come on to that. Yeah, we're good.
That's the same rewards we always get. What the fuck? Brother, we got 12 banners. Come on. We only got 23 balls for 12 banners.
Those okay. We can definitely come to agreement. I'm glad he at least acknowledged that the anniversary awards realistically did suck ass. And it wasn't good. This was not a good stream.
I need to go back and check everything that we missed. I want to go back. Where's the part? Some people might tell me there's no 50-50 on these. Is that even true?
第一期以及周年武器活动。
Yes, but you're still spending currency.
漂泊者们可从祭言、引灵、折枝、
See,
象
boosted
药
drop
回避
rate.
以及
So you're still having to
特
pull.
魁之手、
Yeah.
琼之冰鞘、诸方玄书、和光回唱中选取心仪的角色或武器进行换取。
Is there any
周年
video-
活动换取的换取规则与
It doesn't
对应类型的
matter if there's
活动
not a
换取
It has
50-50.
50-50? Oh, so chat was just lying? Okay, that's dope. Okay, sick. That's why I checked. Okay.
And plus where it said boosted drop rate, so that means
Wuthering
that
Waves, end of service soon. Bro, Kuro Games better make hella money, bro. Kuro Games better make hella money off this shit. 12 banners is insane.
yeah. And it's not good. This was not good. And anyone who calls that a W anniversary, they're high as fuck. It's like we're saying please fuck me over, Kuro Games. This is a very disappointing anniversary. And let me put it in perspective. let's, like I said earlier, before when we started this live stream, before we got into the live stream. No, it's this person right here. WHSR anniversary. Let me put this in perspective because they're both bad. Yes. HSR gave us a total of 30 free pulls. That's fair. And HSR gave us a choice between two free 5-stars. Ruan, May, or Luocha. That's fair. That's fair. But the problem with HSR is that it's next to a spending event. A very scummy, scammy anniversary event. It's basically saying, hey, give us money for you playing this game. So, yes, HSR gave us some free stuff. That's fair. You can make that argument, and I'll definitely hear you out on it because, like I said, it's fair. But it's also tied to a very scummy spending event. So, kind of equals each other out. Wuthering Waves, on the other hand, I will say it's probably as bad, if not maybe worse. Because they're realistically not giving us any. They're only, if I remember what Tectone said, they said, I think he counted at 23 free pulls. So less free pulls. So far as we see, no free 5-star character. Unlike Honkai Star Rail that did give us a choice between 2 free characters. And nothing really else. There's really nothing else. Like, come on. Where are the rewards? It's your anniversary. We expected you to come out of this with a W, and realistically, you're coming out of it with an L. Like I said before I jumped into Tectone's stream here, the only thing that excites me is the Zanny event. Well, Zanny event, but I meant to say the Zanny story. It's not good, and I hate that. I hate to say that about Wuthering Waves and Kuro games, but this was a lame.
Bro, where the fuck is my 8,000 free polls?
Oh, and then to also mention, I forgot to mention this. Tectone said it also really well. 12 fucking banners, and I kind of alluded to this earlier. I'm going to have to pick and choose if I'm like a light spender. I mean, hell, if you're a free to play, you're definitely going to have to like pick and choose. If you're a free spender, you still have to pick a light spender. You're still going to pick and choose because light spenders aren't going to spend that much money. They're probably going to spend maybe on an average 50-ish bucks. And then that's it. Most light spenders I know will spend around $50, give or take, and then that's it. And you still have to pick and choose. You're not gonna have the currency even if you spend $50 to pull on 12 fucking banners. And like I said earlier, everyone and their grandmother is going to be focusing in on the character they want, which is the new character. Everyone's going to be spending their pulls on Zanny. Only people who really want those other characters, those other 10 banners with the characters and the weapons, unless they really like that character, that's it. They're not. They're going to go for Zanny.
I don't get it, man. I can't believe it.
This was a very, very lackluster
I guess
anniversary.
I got to tell you guys what happened. Yeah, unfortunately, as Kuro Games official representative, I guess you guys deserve some answers, right? Yep. I guess we got to talk about it. Guys, the anniversary free 5-star was given away at the beginning of the game where they couldn't stop fucking up. Yeah, we already got it 1 year ago. I'm sorry, guys. It was my fault. Ah, well. Yeah, I'll be real, man. I'm just kind of excited for the swimsuit skins because I just want to be jerking off of that shit.
Yeah, but
Plus,
that's not going to come until 2.4. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to the Chang Li skin too. But that's 2.4.
That we were getting a free 5-star from, anyways.
Because it's an anniversary. It's a fucking.
We already gotten 3 of those in this game. Oh, leakers. Oh, wait. So you're telling me that people got a false perception of reality by looking at leaks and then got upset when it wasn't real? Damn, bro. I guess that's Kuro's fault. Damn. That's a shame. I guess we'll have to keep on spamming KMS in my chat. Damn, bro. That sucks. Well, I guess y'all got to quit Wuthering Waves and go play Genshin Impact now, huh? Damn. Yep. Damn. Now I guess we gotta go play Honkai Star Rail. Damn. Damn. What's good?
I think it also doesn't help that, and it's an anniversary. You want hype for your game on an anniversary, and nothing builds hype for your game more than free rewards, because it makes people want to log into your game, check out the stuff they're getting, and then because people are jumping into your game, they might continue to play your game. That is a person who might be a retained player. And what you want are retention numbers. So the more eyeballs, the more good word of mouth going around about your game could lead, like I said, to people logging into your game, hopefully new players, to get the stuff and then play it. And then hopefully, like I said, be a player that consistently plays the game. Rewards are always great incentive, and nothing is more often than not, nothing is a better reward than getting a free character, because that is a character that person can get, and then here we go, want to play as that character, go around and fight stuff, adventure with that character they got for free. That is more incentive to be a retained player in the game. Driving up those retention numbers. Those retention numbers are very important when you're working on getting sponsors for your game. So that's why it's, especially during anniversaries, it's always good to get, at least kind of like throw out a new free 5-star. It doesn't have to be the newest 5-star. No one's asking for, because I mean, we're all not that crazy to think that they're going to give Zanny away for free. Would be nice, but we're not that crazy. But they could have thrown any one of the previous 5-star characters for free. That's the thing that it just kind of, it's one of those things that just makes sense. And that's why people kind of just expected it. And here's the thing. Overall, and Tectone even said it himself, so I don't know why he's even trying to kind of argue against this. Overall, the anniversary rewards suck. They do. They really do. And it's not a good look when, let's be real, Hoyoverse with HSR and Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact, kinda. But, okay, we'll just compare to HSR. It's not a good look when HSR looks like it had a better anniversary than Wuthering Waves. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Because people looked at Wuthering Waves as the game that typically always one-upped Hoyoverse. And in this situation, they're not one-upping Hoyoverse.
Even God Just Max says the rewards are ass? Who's disagreeing with that? Who's disagreeing with that? Saints disagreeing? Oh, okay. Where are you? Is Saint saying that it's good? Man, I'm shocked.
Because he's the
No
guy
way.
that.
After all this music, then we're gonna get our 10,000 free polls.
Oh, we could only hope.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh yeah, sorry. 10,000 free polls and 2% revenue share. 100%.
No one's asking for that much. No one's asking for literally everything.
It's legit 5 people just spamming the same shit over and over and over again. And thinking that if they spam it enough, they'll make everybody else have a bad time. I mean, who cares? Legit, it's literally like 5 people. No, it's gonna be at the end, guys. It's gonna be at the end.
There's no way. I'm pretty sure it's already done.
Yeah, we got 5 guys, burgers and fries.
It's all right. To ethics. Welcome to stream, man. It's nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well.
Why? I'm gonna mathematically explain to you why Wuthering Waves' 1-year anniversary was better than Honkai Star Rail's anniversary.
Okay, I gotta hear this. Let me hear this.
Because they didn't add anything to the game that sucks ass. Hope that makes sense. We didn't get a global passive. Big W.
I already argued against that, but I can
Huge
argue
W.
against it again. All right. So his argument is, okay, they at least added to the game. That's like going to a restaurant, getting a cheeseburger, and they didn't poison my burger, and they at least added another layer of cheese. Adding more cheese to my cheeseburger is always a win because cheese just makes a cheeseburger better. But okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me more cheese and not poisoning my burger. But at the end of the day, I still got a cheeseburger. I didn't get anything else more. I didn't get anything exciting. I didn't get anything that made me go, oh shit, this is cool. This is great. I just got what I expected, but just with a little more. And that was it. And the global passive is, if you didn't already notice, the global passive is the poison. Thank you for not killing me. Thank you for not making this a very unenjoyable experience where I would later have to go to the hospital because I would probably be dying. That's it. That is it. So that's his argument. Thank you for just doing the bare minimum. And that's not enough. This is your anniversary. This is your chance to get people excited and interested in your game again. So go all out. Show me what you can bring to the table. And they didn't do it. It was very lackluster. Where is he?
We already got it 1 year ago. I'm sorry. Damn. Yep, damn. Now I guess we gotta go play Honkai Star Rail. Damn. What's good?
And so Tectone here is he's admitting,
Even God just maxes the rewards are ass.
he's admitting that the anniversary is lackluster, but at the same time, it's like on both sides of his mouth. On one side of his mouth, he's saying what we all know, the anniversary sucks, but on the other side of his mouth, he's at least trying to defend it. So pick something.
Oh, okay. Where are you?
Yeah, they didn't kill us. They didn't make the game worse. Okay, that's cool. That's great. But do something. Add something more.
Don't worry, guys. After all this music, there's literally like 5 people. upset that I'm not angry. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, man. And I'm gonna say something that a lot of people need to hear. And I'm gonna mute this because everybody needs to hear this. I'm not really gonna get pressed on anniversary rewards because the game's good. Right? And so as long as the game's good, I don't really give a fuck what the rewards are, because the reward is just playing the game. Right? I don't really need anything to make up for a lackluster gaming experience because I just get to play a game that I enjoy. And that's why I just don't fucking care, to be honest. And also, guys, I'll be real. I mean, you guys have every right to be upset, but I'm a millionaire, so I don't care. If I want more shit, I'll just pull it. Yeah, I'll just be real. Yeah.
That is such a stupid ass argument. That is probably, this is coming from somebody who's a fan of Tectone. I am a fan of Tectone, but I will call a spade anytime someone puts a spade in front of me. That is a dumbass fucking argument. That is that's what the saddest part is. This is coming from a man I generally usually agree with, but that was fucking stupid. And I'll explain why it's stupid. Saying, hey, and maybe he's speaking from just his personal perspective, and I think that's fair. But saying, oh, well, I don't personally care because I enjoy the game, and here I'll agree with him on this. I enjoy the game too. I love Wuthering Waves. It's why I said in my last stream, when I was explaining how I was feeling about the gacha game space, that for the most part, I'm done doing Hoyoverse stuff. And Wuthering Waves is a game that I excluded from that, because not just because it's made by Kuro Games, but because it's still a gacha game I still enjoy. They still have a good standing with me. But the issue is that just because I enjoy the game, and I do, just because Tectone enjoys the game, and obviously he does, the thing is that you need, and here's the honest and sad reality. Wuthering Waves is still the underdog. Even though it's got good standing with not just me, Tectone, and a lot of you, it's still the underdog. When you look at those Mickey Mouse revenue charts, it's still playing second fiddle to HSR and Genshin Impact. And that is the truth. And now you could say, well, they don't really need to try. And you're right. They probably don't need to try. But people generally, when it comes to the casual player base, most casual players play Honkai Star Rail, play Genshin Impact. And for a game to have a good life, how do I say this? For a game to make sure that it can stay in a good state, it needs to have good retention numbers. And I'm pretty sure Wuthering Waves currently does have good retention numbers. But you want to always try to step it up. You always want to keep on trying to progress. Get more people interested in your game. You want to make sure you hold a good balance between people who take breaks from your game and people who are either still playing the game or jumping into the game. And anniversaries are good moments for people to step into these games and hopefully, like I said earlier, hopefully stick with the game because they got stuff that made them, or saw stuff that made them want to keep playing the game. And just because, let's speak with just we'll just work with what Tectone just said. Just because Tectone, as himself a player of the game, doesn't give a shit that he is a millionaire and he has all the money he needs to get shit that he wants to get. Okay, that's you. That's you, dude. That's not everyone else. Everyone else is probably wanting those rewards because it helps them out. They're not millionaires, more than likely. They might want those rewards because it helps them not have to spend money. Not everyone's a millionaire, and I know he knows that. I'm very sure that he knows that. But just because you don't care, just because it doesn't affect you, doesn't mean it doesn't affect the overall player base. And that's where I think he needs to kind of take a step back and go, well, maybe I'm an outlier and I am not a representative of an overall community. And that's why it's dumb. It was probably one of the more dumb things that I've ever seen him say. And again, that's coming from someone who actually, and I'll say this every time, I actually really do like Tectone. He is one of my favorite content creators. But that, like I said, I will always call a spade a spade. And when I see someone say some dumb shit, I am going to call it out for being dumb shit. And I'll even go a step further. I think he said that a good part of the reason why he said that is because he does like the game. So what I'm saying is he's definitely coming from a place of bias. He's not putting his bias aside and doing what I'm doing and calling a spade a spade.
April 29th. Damn, that's only 10 days away. Damn. That shit's soon. Okay, fuck yeah. Nah, for real though, I'm stoked. Yeah, it's good. Hour and a half of that shit. That's wild, man. We're gonna have to make a whole follow-up video right now. So why don't we just go ahead and get into it? Yo, boys, if you're watching, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's get into it, huh? First things first. First things first, we're gonna do a giveaway for the boys. We're gonna do a giveaway for the boys. Use it before it's completely wasted. Thank you guys for all the subs. Thank you guys for all the follows. Let's go and do this real quick. You're gonna win 100.
Jump ahead on this.
We got a lot. You're not gonna like freak out and like start crying and say, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm broke as fuck." Oh my god. Oh, okay, hell yeah. Add you. Let me add. Yeah, I just added everybody in the whole fucking thing, man. I just added everybody.
Was really weak. And from
Agreed.
Because for people,
Dude.
you know, before the live stream, I
Uh-huh.
actually said, wouldn't it be really funny, just, you know, interesting to see if the anniversary wasn't good? Wouldn't that just be so fun to see the meltdown that happens? I did this. It was me. It was me. I was saying that, and I was thinking it, and then it happened, and then
I can't believe Genesis did this.
So you guys don't think the anniversary was good?
well,
Go ahead, Genesis.
okay, from a reward standpoint, it was really weak. And from
Yeah.
because for people went into this with expectations. I don't believe that it met their expectations at all.
So can I tell you why it was the best anniversary of all time?
Oh my God.
Is it like the little cubes?
Because I had 11.3 thousand viewers while watching it, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about it. Hey, the anniversary was great for me. It was great.
For everyone but you. Yeah, for everyone but you, it was dog.
Hey, Jenazad almost hit 3,000 viewers, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that shit the whole time, brother.
True.
Hey, Jenazad, turn on your camera, turn on your camera. I didn't see your ass.
Oh, what?
Turn it on. Yeah, I want to see you. I want to see you before I'm about to do it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yep.
I don't know what's about to happen.
Yep.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm still in the corner over here, so I'm good. I'm not blocking anyone.
Okay, yo, Jenazad, world's largest dap up.
What is happening?
Hey, 14,000 viewers between me and Jenazad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's crazy. Happy anniversary to us.
It's reversed, bro. It's reversed on your stream. Damn.
Oh,
God.
I agree. The anniversary awards were definitely shit. I think the problem was, we got 23 polls. That's pretty much fucking it.
Yeah.
Which is insane because Kuro Games have been giving us so much fucking rewards. pretty much consistently since day one. It just doesn't feel like anything. I think the other big problem is there was like these 5 dudes in my chat that were spamming no 5-star selector. I'm going to kill myself. I don't know where people got this perception that we were getting a free Zany from. I have no idea.
Okay, I never
people
thought
were
that.
doing
I 100%
Anyone
never
who's
thought
not
that.
Free Zany or Chacona is crazy. That was not good.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I agree with that.
clear-
No,
it was
if
very
anyone thought we
clear
were going to
that
get a
there was a
free
lot of,
Zanny or Psychona,
unsubstantiated
they're
rumors
fucking
going
insane.
around for the past few weeks.
Oh yeah.
Just from random idiots.
Yeah.
And we obviously didn't get them, but
Smack Daddy, what's good, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, boys?
yo.
Hey, thoughts on the anniversary awards before we continue yapping.
I kept it a buck with my chat. They were like saying, "Oh, it's mid, it's mid." I was like, "I'm gonna be honest, man. It was ass.
Yeah,
it wasn't mid. There's mid, and then there's ass. You know."
Yeah, yeah.
There's a really good image of you in the Discord I just put up. Someone edited.
Oh god.
Oh, which one? Oh, I uninstalled.
Dude,
you know
this
what's
was
funny?
so good.
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. I think.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job with the live stream, though. You know how
the presentation.
Hoyo streams, like, they put you to sleep. They spend too long playing music. I thought they were on the par with.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And then going into the information delivery, so on and so forth. But I was most certainly expecting, I don't know, at least a standard 5-star, a weapon.
I agree with that.
You know, on top of everything they gave us, and they just didn't deliver any of that shit.
Yeah,
but I tell you what.
Go
ahead. No, I was just gonna say, bro, I had fucking 4.3 thousand people watching me on YouTube.
Hell yeah!
Holy!
Oh
my god, man!
Why am I not multi-streaming? Why am I not multi-streaming?
Throwing money out, man.
Yeah, no, you know what's funny? I'll be completely tech. If you would have fucking multi-streamed, I would have been curious to see what you would have pulled, because that would have been nuclear numbers.
Yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be real.
Imagine what you would have pulled, shit.
Dude, I'm gonna start streaming on Kick and YouTube and Twitch all at the same time, bro. I don't even fucking care. I'm gonna triple.
You already don't read chat, bro.
I don't see a reason
it's
not
gonna be an
to.
absolute mess.
I read chat fucking constantly. Now, I will say this: I did not expect the swimsuit skins or the Cyberpunk Edge Runners collab at all.
Oh my
god.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay, the collab, actually, I was like, okay, I actually like this. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Also the swimsuit skins, actually genuinely like that. But
yeah,
when it comes to the rewards, I said the minimum rewards I thought for this anniversary as being like a big celebration for a game that's the underdog, right?
Yeah.
I said
that's what I said too.
Pulls plus a selector that would potentially have Jian and Yinlin, because they're pretty old characters. I feel like that's like potential, right? That's what I believed would be like the minimum that would be exciting for players. I felt. Yep. And I think they did not meet that at all.
Well, so here's the thing. We're actually getting that selector. Once the version update goes live, there's going to be a game-breaking bug.
On 2.4, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a game-breaking bug. And then to compensate, then they give us the 5-star selector.
There's no way they're giving us a selector for a bug. There's no way.
They said 2.4 has a selector, though, right?
I swear.
Region 2 coming in 2.4
Hey, yo, are any streamers in my chat that are live that want to be added to the call? I'll add a couple that I see type in my chat. If you guys want to come in, you're more than welcome to. Yo, Saint, can you tell us why the anniversary awards were great?
Why the anniversary awards were great?
Yes.
I think that there's definitely a big miss on the banner system. So I thought that I actually reviewed it. That's why I was a little bit late to the call. I was making sure to look at things like if it was a 50-50.
Dude, people were lying. Guaranteed. People were lying and saying it wasn't a 50-50.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's a 50-50.
Yeah. So it is a 50-50. I think just on an initial glance, I think my point of view is if there's not going to be a free 5-star unit, I think that having the anniversary banner itself be 40 or 50 pulls, and then it's guaranteed across all those 10 units would probably just be really good, right? Because then that means from the free rewards you get from the patch and all.
Yes and no. Would it make things better? Yes, but would it truly fix the problem? No.
Then it's basically a selector, and you get to choose across all 10 of the units. That would be that to me is the biggest miss,
because you're still going to have to spend your currency on those banners,
because then it would just
alongside the event banner character.
And then after the first pull on that banner, then it goes back up to the regular the regular rates afterwards.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help on Zani or Jacona though, and I feel
Exactly.
like
That's where
Zani's,
that's where I was thinking.
Most hyped unit ever, right?
Yeah.
I would say she's probably the most excited for a unit out of
I
any
agree.
character that's ever been released, right?
I agree.
I was more excited for Cantarella, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay,
Well,
well,
Okay, dude.
Oh man, that was
we all know
good.
that. Okay, sorry, I don't speak for her.
Zach, you gotta go back and look at that scene when she's just sitting there with the knockers out, bro.
I
I
know, it was
was
crazy.
you in my brain. I was like, there's no way he's not losing it right
Oh,
now.
I lost it. I lost it. Because like boobs are great, but like, dude, tongue is like nuts for me, bro. So like,
Yeah, I feel you, dude.
Cantarella was an instant C6. I'm gonna C2 Zany, C2 R1, and yeah, what's the other chick's name? Kachona, the bard.
Jacona.
Jacona or something?
She was thick, boy.
Yeah, she looked amazing. Her facial animations look great.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm excited for that
she
shit
was
too. I think the live stream was, as Gotcha's Mac was saying, I think it was a very, very good live stream. And thank fucking God, that hour and a half fucking flew by. But I do really think that we're about to see a lot of people get caught up on the fact that we did not get a free 5-star. I think a lot of people get caught up about it.
Or more
No
polls,
doubt about
or
it.
just more polls, man.
Yeah,
like
more polls, yeah.
something.
The amazing
think-
live stream doesn't matter.
But on 236.40.
That shit too. I think the
Very mid, like people. That's all people are gonna focus on. Like
Yeah, I agree.
nobody's
Yeah.
gonna remember how good the live stream was because we didn't get anything decent when it.
Well,
comes
that's
to,
the
like,
thing.
the
It's the
anime.
substance.
It's like,
It was
like a
good
really-
presentation,
it's like a
but no
marketing thing,
substance,
right?
really.
There's not one big hitter moment, like a truly
Ex-
big hitter
yeah,
moment.
exactly.
Everybody could talk about. The anniversary is a reward for the players, as much it is a marketing opportunity for Kuro. I don't think they did that. There isn't one.
I
big
agree
thing
with
that I can
Captain
mention
Cabinets
being like, yeah,
all the
that's
way.
really cool. That's gonna happen right now.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not gonna remember-
the collab.
Yeah.
I think the
Cyberpunk.
collab and the beach skins is fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but that's like,
Cyberpunk
but that's like
crazy.
2026,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
It's not
But
happening
like,
right now.
Yeah,
but like
it's
you gotta
fast.
say, like Honkai Star Rail players got that fucking Fate collab, and they've been talking about that shit nonstop for 2 fucking years.
That's
right?
fair.
Yeah.
Like, they've been riding that cope train for so fucking long. It's like that shit at most can be what 1 year and 7 months away is the longest that Edge Runners collab can be away.
That's so far away.
I don't-
bro.
that is
Yeah.
the
It's a long
max.
time.
The
That's gonna
earliest it
generate
can be
so
is
much
7
hype.
months.
Yeah, but just think about Lucy, man. Lucy, and Wua.
That will be good.
Ooh.
Hey, I'll be real, bro. I just want.
I'd rather
Adam
have
Smasher.
David.
I want Adam Smasher.
I feel like Adam Smasher is not going to be pullable. I feel like he's going to be
Yeah.
like the boss
Yeah.
of,
Lucy
the,
for
of,
sure.
the, of the collab.
That would actually be sick if
Oh,
you
and
were
Adam
gonna kill
Smasher
him.
Echo would be
Smasher is
crazy.
two based.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher Echo.
Yeah. Dude, if we get the Sand Devastand as a gadget though, that would be
That'd be
fucking
sick.
Oh.
That'd be
nuts.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
would have never called that collab in a million years.
Same.
That shit was
Right?
so
I didn't
far.
think-
No,
That
never.
music went off and I was going crazy. It's like, holy,
I
that
thought-
woke me
I thought-
up.
I thought my
That woke
Spotify
me
was
up.
on.
Dude,
I thought my Spotify.
Yeah.
I wonder which one of us recognized it the fastest. I think I got it in 1.7
Bro,
seconds.
I recognized
No,
it
dude, I heard
immediately
it. I was like, I was like, oh my god.
because I actually listened to
You know,
that
that's what I
song
did. I played- I
from time to
looked at a
time.
Quick glance at my chat, and I said,
I actually
"Oh,
really do
Cyberpunk
like that
Edgerunners."
song.
Got saw them spamming that shit.
Yeah,
Trying to act like I knew what it was. I didn't know what that
Bro,
shit
I
was.
got PTSD from that song, so that shit immediately fucked
Yeah.
with me. I was like, oh,
It's a great
no.
song.
Oh no.
That
Good
song is
anime,
my,
too.
it's my alarm.
I just didn't like
It's
how
my
it ended.
alarm.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that
That's so
ending, yeah.
funny. Okay, so I think we'd all agree that the anniversary awards are pretty fucking lackluster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
Yeah,
worse
yeah.
than games that even suck complete ass. Like they're
Yeah.
worse than
Yeah.
games like Fake Grand Order and stuff. Like they're,
Well, they're
bad
trying-
rewards.
Yeah.
They're trying to copy Hoyo with just how dog shit their anniversary awards are. Why is Hoyo setting the bar for them so much? Like every other game, every other gacha game has like good.
Bro, they're acting like
anniversary awards.
wizardry here, bro.
I-
Where's my reward?
True. I guess my problem is that I'm having this very odd reaction because when the rewards are released, my chat was expecting me to be angrier. But I don't know why. I mean, this, like, I care that the players want more rewards. I absolutely care. I guess I just don't give a fuck. To be completely honest, I think I'm used to
Same.
being disappointed by anniversary rewards, and also like I just like playing the fucking game, and I'm not really relying on getting so much rewards for this game because for Genshin and HSR I won big rewards because the games were fucking miserable to me. But for Wu, I kind of just enjoy it, so I kind of just don't give a fuck.
I think a big part of it is that there's actual content based off the anniversary that
Yeah.
we saw so much of in the live stream, right? Like they have like this whole like cube event where it's like they even have like a fully fleshed out like fucking upgrade system where you saw like the camellia spinning around and shooting lasers at the same time.
Yeah, you mean
It's like
Peeb?
there's like
Peeb?
there's actually stuff to do in the game, versus.
There's content.
Wuthering
Okay,
Waves is in the
wait.
good graces of people in a lot of ways. Go ahead, Jazette.
But realistically, look, I love the cubes, by the way, and I love the little echo cubes. I think that's sick, actually. But once the anniversary's over, that they're just gone. Like, we're gonna log in, do that cube event, which will be like fight these enemies, use the cube echoes, and then you get your like 10 astrite, and then you're done for the day, right?
You got elusive
Realistically, true. We don't. True, the elusive realm, they didn't tell us anything about it. It could be really good, but we don't know. It's hard to be excited about something we have no idea of like how much they're really doing. It could be amazing though.
But once the event's over, then we have oiled up Cheng Li and Carlotta. So who cares?
True.
I will say, like, I feel like the
those.
biggest complaint, like putting the rewards aside with HSR was like, hey, there's no content. I feel like we're getting a fuck ton of content. Even if it's just for 2 months, I'm like, all right, like, we're getting a permanent game mode. Will elusive realm be trash? I don't know, man. It's possible.
I would like to reiterate.
bullshit.
Carlotta's whole ass is out in that skin, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
It
I
is.
really don't want to
Yeah.
overlook
Before I
that.
joined.
Fully out.
That shit is all out. So like,
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
the
oiled up.
CCP is fuming right now, man. Like
Yeah.
they're like,
The feet-
I don't
the
know
feet
about this one,
lovers.
guys.
Yeah, we're going back
Put
to
it back to 16 plus.
It was
Put it back.
yeah, it was a good 4 days. It was a good
I
4
will
days.
say the
again.
feet lovers. The feet lovers are going to be rejoicing because both of them had their dogs out. I will
Oh
say.
hell yeah! And like, I'm not even trolling, bro. Like, I'm actually so excited for bikini skins. I just don't care, bro.
Same.
Dude, Cheng
The
Li looks
floodgates are
oiled
open
up.
now, boys. The floodgates are open, and when Floor Release comes out, and we get fucking BDSM Floor Release, that's gonna be crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then they nerf for 2 weeks later. I don't know what you're getting excited about.
Oh,
Calm
true.
down.
I need Zanny in a swimsuit. I need Zanny in a swimsuit ASAP.
Yeah, good.
There were some good things about the live stream. That's what I was going to say earlier. And I think that because Wuthering Waves has done an exceptional job constantly progressing on the foundation they've built, that's why Tech, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's why I wasn't so pissed. It's like they got a lot of room of fucking up for me. Like, they got a lot of room to fuck up for me to be like, all right, bro, to turn into usual critical smack. And so it's just like, it is what it is. But I also I made sure to tell my community, you have every right to be pissed about those rewards, because that's the thing. These live service games live on your dollar. They live on your support. And so the gesture is what matters the most to the consumer. And to not receive that gesture, you can't be mad at anybody mauled on the internet about it.
Yeah, 100%. I think the other thing that these other people are forgetting from the other games they play, like, well, when Honkai Star Rail didn't get one, you got upset. When Genshin Impact didn't get one, you got upset. Well, the difference is, like, this game has already given us a free premium 5-star. They've already given us, I think, 2 standard selectors. So it's like, I mean, I'm just not really worried about it.
I think they also announced.
Weapon.
Yeah, the standard one, right? I think they also announced another 2.4, another standard selector, where it's like you complete like a couple of missions, and then that's like for all the people that are starting after May 22nd. So
No, but that's only people that are new, right? That's only new people.
Is that only a new?
We don't
Is that
get
only
that.
new?
They're getting rid of for new players. Yeah. They're getting rid of the standard 5-star that came out of the game. They're getting rid of that and introducing that.
Because I had to like check wording a couple of times. Do we know for sure that's only for newer players?
I think they did say it was only for newer characters. I mean, newer players. My bad. Misspoke. I think they did say it was only newer players.
Yeah,
I
there
think
was so much info in that live stream.
That's not good.
Yeah, there's so much info in that fucking live stream. I feel like we need to like double check everything just because it was like translated.
Yeah.
Well,
people are also saying,
people are also saying that there was in one of the events, like there was like it looked like a ticket, like that could have been a 5-star selector, but nobody knows what it was. It looked like a little ticket, but if it was a 5-star selector, I feel like they would have.
Going off the information we have right now, though, there's no selector or anything like that. Also, by the way, that gear modification thing, the echo modification thing, bro, it barely does anything. Let's be honest.
It's
like
almost cool, though.
It's really
it's almost
cool,
bro. Like, it is literally it exists for the players who barely play the game. It's not for anyone who actually plays the game, which is disappointing, right?
The majority of players barely play the game. So,
True. Okay, no, you're 100% right. But wouldn't a player who barely plays the game also like it if they rolled an echo, it was trash, and they could like make it good? Wouldn't they be like kind of hype about that too? And everyone else?
I don't know why they didn't make it substat selector. Like the only thing that's good for is the 3 cost. It's a step in the right direction though. Keep that. Yeah, that's what I said too.
It's like half a step in the right direction.
At least the 3 costs with the spectro and like the fusion when you're farming the elements is a little bit easier, but like everything else is so easy to farm.
They literally invented it just for the
It's buried in there.
There's
I
not
can't
enough of that fucker on the whole map, so they had to make a whole item for it.
I literally watched you the other day farming that shit. I was like, dude, there's not enough on the map.
One of my favorite things is stream was actually the statistics, man. Like they're pointing out how many people couldn't beat the hologram fights and stuff. I thought that was so funny.
Again,
like,
how they
y'all
handled
community
the live stream
in mass right now about how trash they are.
How they went about the live stream was good. The presentation was good. The issue is just the substance.
I didn't even know numbers went that high, bro.
3.8 fucking trillion.
And you know it's because people when the game started actually hit left and bought like 1,000 flour and then lost all their money before they patched that, dude. You know it's because of that.
I miss the early threads of that. The people bitching about how they have no shell credits left.
Yeah, they put a limit. They put a limit on Mahe after that, after the Reddit threads.
It's just it's like fascinating to me because I'm like they really have every fucking statistic, bro. Like,
dude, how many times you died to Light Crusher? I was like, so they had a counter when someone dies.
They pulled those numbers out of their ass, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
They made them up.
They're gonna have a web. They're gonna have a web event where you can see your own stats. So I think they actually do have them all.
Nah, that's insane, bro. That's crazy.
You can see your own stats.
The fucking Chinese are taking my data, man. I did not sign up for that shit.
Well, actually, you did.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Yeah, you can find that fucking EULA, bro.
Dude, that shit is insane, man.
I want to get all of the negativity. Like I really want to focus on that. If anybody has anything else they weren't had with. Oh, by the way, I was also really excited with the glider. The glider looks fucking awesome. The trail looks fucking dope.
Oh, true.
Is there anything else? Because I think there's a lot of players right now who are expecting more negativities or anything else.
Okay, you know what? I'll be real negative right here.
Get it.
I genuinely thought the rewards were like actually shit. Even though I love that the there's more cosmetics, I think the actual rewards. Shit. I think there's a lot of players who all they want is rewards. They don't care about events. They don't care about those stuff. They just want to pull characters. The rewards were actually dog shit.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
We don't know exactly how much the events are going to give, but think about it this way. Every single patch has events that give Astrite. So how much more are we really getting this one compared to previous? We don't know. It could be really good. Maybe it's 50 pulls. But they didn't tell us the anniversary, which if they're giving that much out,
I only counted 32.
They would have said.
I think it was like 32.
Yeah, they would have said if it was impressive, right? Because that would be like a big cool thing to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Huge fuck up there. And honestly, like I'm probably just gonna be memeing on the anniversary while playing the game. Like, bro, I've been memeing on Hawkeye Star Rail for weeks. I'm gonna be memeing on Woo while playing the game. Like, I genuinely think it's
too. You said that the whole purpose of an anniversary. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said this is people want rewards. It's like to not capitalize on that part and fail on that part is just it's a travesty.
Especially when the first anniversary is probably the most important. I think maybe all
that's true too. That's true too.
After how lackluster Hoyo and
exactly
in general, they could have knocked it out of the
they could have just completely embarrassed them. They could have embarrassed them so hard.
Why? But why? I don't understand that. Why? It makes no sense to me.
What do you so long getting into the yacht collecting business, bro? He's starting to
the flying. Like how the fuck did we not? It has to be just like a switch they can turn on. How do we not have flying in 1.0? And you're trying to make the game better for newer players, but like they have to go through all of 1.0 with
there's
flying.
no reasons why we can't use it.
Yeah,
by the way,
I'm so sick of people using that.
Well, actually,
if you could buy Phoebe now, and then you could fly
players don't care about lore; they just want to fucking fly, dude.
By the way, guys, for all you guys saying that you
need off too,
you guys are saying that you need more rewards in the game, chat. Like, did you not see the double top up bonus? Just buy it for $100, like, bro. Like,
just spend money.
Jesus,
did you not
have
$300?
I think that this could possibly feed into the theory.
Do we know if the limited 5-star selector thing is that 50-50? Because I couldn't figure that shit out.
I think it's 50-50. They said the word boosted drop rate.
So this is what I'm thinking.
That's so fucking dumb.
Maybe this is gonna feed into the theory that like Kuro is intentionally fucking up the first time so that they can send out news and like
that is the most cope thing I've ever seen.
So
that is a very big cope. You can't just say, oh, well, hey, we'll fuck this up, and then when we throw in the rewards that they're actually wanting, then we'll get the devs listened hashtags going. That is some cope. That is some major cope.
There's also a lot of people coping thinking that 2.4
the update notes are
more.
officially out, so we can get like actual.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole news site is out.
Yeah, that's what somebody in chat just said. But
I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Do they ever add anything that's not in the live stream there? I feel like it's not really that often.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think the rewards are pretty mid, but I also think that regardless, they could have gave us everything, and if they'd have given free 5-star, people will still complain. Like the second that shit ended, I had mad people come to my chat, no free 5-star trash. I'm like, oh my god, like I don't think that's the exact reason why it was trash.
Well, the reason why those people exist is because they're players from Genshin Impact. These Genshin Impact players who sit there every single fucking day, who hate their fucking lives, and to the moment that Wuthering Waves' rewards are even remotely comparable to theirs, they were like, finally, my opportunity to finally say, you're just as bad as us. It's the same thing that happened with Mr. Pokey. Yeah. When Mr. Pokey was a fucking blatant hypocrite for 4 fucking months, the moment anybody else was even remotely hypocritical, everybody jumped on the gun to say, you're just like him. You're just like him. So many people want to do that shit in this community. It's the false equivalent shit that happens nonstop, but it's actually fucking really annoying. I'm not gonna fucking lie. That being said, they're right. I mean, we do need better rewards. But yeah, it's not really the doom scenario that it was for the other games.
Yeah, I'm looking at the polls. It seems like we get 20 from like logging in the event, and then there's another event that gives 10 more, I think. So I think it's like 30 polls kind of from the event.
That 10 was return. Make sure
that 10's a return.
Oh, that's return?
That's return.
The other 10 is the one that's mixed with the standard and the limited. So I think limited you only get like 20, 25 or something like that.
And it's still not good.
25.
Still not good.
10 from logging in, 5 from the other login event, 300 astrite from the other one, 10 from the QB Derby warm up. It's just that's the one where you're just playing like Monopoly and going around the board. So it's basically just a login event at that point. That's already 25.
They could have done so much with that, by the way. They could have done so much with that little. They could have made
255 refresh.
They're like better.
There we go.
We're not hitting hard enough.
Everybody in call is saying the rewards are shit. They should be better. What is the cope? Are y'all fucking retarded?
We need to be screaming and ripping our shirts off.
Well, we need Dr. Smash to go, I uninstalled, you know?
Yeah. How long have we been in this talk?
We should all put our thumbnails like Gotcha Smacks.
It's all the angry.
We uninstalled.
We all uninstalled.
It's all angry HSR players.
Shills though in my YouTube stream, so that's probably what it is. It's probably a lot of them.
Yeah, can you guys all salute right now? Can you guys all salute? Look at the camera.
Hold on, I got that smile.
Wrong side.
All right, great. I gotta get that thumbnail for my YouTube video for this. Hell yeah.
We all uninstalled. Fuck this shit. I'm going to Ethereum restart. I'm out this bitch.
That'll be a crazy title. We uninstalled.
We uninstalled.
Bro, I don't know, man. I think people are overreacting a little bit. I think it sucks the rewards, but again, my biggest thing was content, and there's going to be content, so I ain't even.
Personally,
I'm not tripping.
I kind of disagree. I don't think people are overreacting. I think people feel wronged. I think it's totally fair they feel wronged. I think it's almost more than just the polls. I think for a lot of people, it almost feels like a matter of respect to them, where they're like, really? Like, you're not really going to give us like anything? Like the selector, for instance, I don't care about a standard selector. It's literally worthless to me.
Wait, so
it's more the gesture, I think, for a lot of
people aren't overreacting who are saying you guys aren't uninstalling your hypocrites?
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying people that are mad about the rewards.
But we all agree. No. Like, we all agree the rewards are bad. Like, everybody is on that side.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Do you know what I think makes it worse? I think what makes it worse is the fact that they already randomly just gave us a free 5-star weapon, standard character, limited character, Zheng Liao. So it's like you gave it to us before. Why can't you just give it to us for the anniversary? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know?
It's like a standard the number going up. Guys, do not spend money on ZZZ, or that game's gonna be terrible, bro. Stop spending.
I think the point here is that
I thought the game was just going on Rule 34.
We all think that Wuthering Waves overall is a good game. Kuro Games has done a really good job with Wuthering Waves. So when they have fucked up, and they clearly have, with the whole anniversary rewards, they have clearly fucked up. It is very lackluster.
Right, and they keep fucking up the game 3 patches in a row, and then
St. Tons is pretty much going on the point that I'm about to go on, and that is, it's the case of Wuthering Waves is pretty much in good standing with us, we're not going to be pretty much as pissed off as we are typically with Hoyoverse, because Hoyoverse is always being scummy. So when Wuthering Waves has fucked up, which they clearly have by just doing these lackluster anniversary rewards, it's a case of, like I am, calling a spade, saying, hey, you guys are doing ass with this. But I'm not going to grill them to the extent that I will grill Hoyoverse, because Hoyoverse is a multi-billion-dollar company. They have the resources to do better. It's just that they choose not to do better because they want to be predatory. They want to be scummy. So when Hoyoverse fucks up, I am going to hold them to a higher standard, and I am going to grill the shit out of Hoyoverse when they do fuck up, because, again, I hold them to a higher standard, and more often than not, Hoyoverse always chooses the more predatory, scummy idea rather than doing something that benefits the player or at least compromises with the player. Kuro Games typically does do right by their player base, but in this case, it is very odd that they didn't do better with the anniversary. We expected them to do better, and now it's more a case of confusion. This sucks. Why are you letting this suck? That's the problem here. And again, this is a company that we've typically held in good standing for us personally, and I'm assuming you guys feel the same way.
I hope they make it permanent eventually.
I think what happened was, and guys, and Chad, I want you guys to hold me accountable here. Let me know if I'm coping here, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of cope stream. Real quick. So we all agree, Wuthering Waves' live stream anniversary. It was better than Genshin's. It was better than Honkai Star Rails. But I think the problem is that we expect so much from Wuthering Waves that it's leaving a lot of players feeling disappointed because y'all have been accustomed to expecting more from this company.
I agree.
Absolutely agree with all y'all, by the way.
I think it's more than like expecting more. It's just like, I mean, what you compared it to, their Genshin HSR for something, right? That's the low bar.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That's
the ground floor.
So it's not that you should expect so much more of WoWA. It's that, like, just in general, you comparing it to like the lowest of low, you better far exceed that, right?
It shouldn't just be a level above it. It should be multiple levels above it. Yeah. I agree.
I see a lot of cope in my chat. Like, people in my chat are saying, oh, the anniversary is going to go till 2.4. Do you guys actually think that there's going to be more rewards coming?
Part 2.
I don't think so.
No, they would have
what the fuck?
There's no way.
Like, the outfits, that's what we're getting in 2.4, bro. That's it. Like,
okay, so I'm saying that's it. That's the best part of the fucking update. Like, guys, like holy fuck, like,
one of those skins should
literally fuck
free,
anybody who doesn't think those bikini skins were fucking dope. Like, legit, I don't give a fuck about any chatter who doesn't give a fuck. Those are goated as fuck.
I agree. I am looking forward to the bikini skins in 2.4. I agree.
Pissing me off, bro. Y'all better
waiting for Cantrella.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, fuck.
Already in a swimsuit, low key. But
True.
Yeah, but they could make it a legitimate swimsuit.
Oh fuck, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, but they put black paint on her ass, so she's not as attractive anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel like we kind of just covered all that shit. I feel like we're over the next couple days, we're gonna be seeing a lot of comments on the YouTube saying, "Man, these fucking Kuro bots." It's like, all right, bro, here we go.
Well, I guess this is the thing, right? I don't feel like I'm going to see very many WoW creators going ahead and just saying, glazing the shit out of the update, even though it's like, or glazing the shit out of like everything in here. I think that there is a fair amount to glaze with the anniversary, right? But there's kind of like that one dark mark of the rewards being dog shit. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of people, kind of just not addressing that at all. And when we think about other games and other anniversaries, a lot of the big CCs for those games will just not talk about their anniversaries and the really bad parts of it. And I think we've addressed it a lot at this point. So it's just like, I mean, it's kind of just like about what people are willing to talk about, what people are actually willing to, push forward to their audiences. And I think most WoW creators are going to be very open about saying there should be something that makes this anniversary better. There should be something that they buff about it when it comes to the rewards. And maybe we'll see something actually happen. Maybe. Because we still have 10 days left.
I think just in general, patch is so disappointing. I think a lot of people are going to be calling everyone curl bots and stuff like that. I do think, I will just say, I think some of you guys are being a little bit charitable. I think overall people are still being pretty positive in this call and charitable, just all in all. Like, I feel like if this was Honkai Star Rail, pretend, and I know that's like the third strike,
but
they're
that's
out, right?
it's such a shit comparison though.
Well, I know it's a different situation.
What about
but the thing
Nikkei
is,
today? Did they give a free character? The Nikkei?
Oh, they gave like a free character and like 160 polls for a half anniversary, by the way.
And that was a half anniversary, not even a full anniversary.
They streamed at the same time as WoW, by the way. But I think it's more
what the fuck?
like look, the thing is, I see it. Just call it like you see it. Even though dude, I love.
I agree with that completely.
Played so much of this game. It's one of my most played games ever, especially for a gacha game. The game's great. But I'm going to absolutely call this out, just like dog shit anniversary, very disappointing for players, and I'm going to be really harsh about it. I'm going to be shitting on it for a while and memeing on it. I hope they don't blacklist me or something, but like just realistically, like this is how the players are going to feel. And I think it's totally fair to be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I really think objectively that you're just straight up fucking wrong. Like on all accounts, easily just straight up fucking wrong.
Okay.
On all accounts?
Yeah, like hold on. Let me break this down, right? Because like once again, if there's anybody who's
I think I know where he's gonna go, and I think both sides can be
fucking everything.
I think both sides can be right.
I've been doing that for 6 fucking years. But like, let's be completely legitimate. This is a 2.3 patch. I want to know in your terms, because I feel like you're using too much vague shit right now. Because I feel like you're riding the hate train, low key. Okay. What would they have had to add, right, to make this patch successful for the anniversary?
Okay, so there's multiple things that I would say would excite people. The easiest is polls or selectors.
How many?
I would say minimum.
I think it's
10
17
more polls. You wait, 17
more
or
polls
total?
to make 40.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay, I was thinking my minimum would be 30 polls and then a 5-star standard selector.
Sure.
Which maybe has Gian or Ginlin. That's what, or more importantly, if it was like weapon, including like String Master or something, that would probably excite people even more, to be honest.
I do think giving people 2 new limited characters would be really good, but like also like, why the fuck would they give us a free 5-star and a free 5-star weapon? Like that's
no, it would be one or the other or something. Like you choose one.
Okay,
is what I was
sure, absolutely.
But this is just an example in terms of rewards. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
And I think people went into this patch with even medium expectations, would expect something more along those lines. I believe.
And the
now, a second way you can
you just said that was a leak. Like that was a legit leak that you were saying would happen.
I'm not kidding. I never looked at any leaks, by the way.
That was the leak I was talking about earlier.
This is literally just something that I think would be good.
Sure.
I guess.
Okay. Now, secondly, I would say is gameplay overhauls. So overall, there aren't really that many gameplay overall because a lot of patches, and so I've played a lot of different gacha games. I'm not trying to use this as like I'm better than anyone or anything. It's more just I've seen a lot of different gacha games. Their anniversaries, they like to do like a big overhaul of something, or like we're adding this crazy new feature, something that really excites the players, makes you go, oh my god, this is so cool. I really want to play. I didn't really see something like that. Now they're bringing back Elusive Realm, but like we've already played Elusive Realm. Maybe not people who are more recent, but we already know what it's like, and it's fun and it's good, but how much better is it really going to be? So they didn't really have that.
Wouldn't those changes be more suited for like 3.0? Because that's what we already got for 2.0. Because like I feel like all anniversary reward, and correct me if I'm wrong, for anybody who's played gacha games, I don't see anniversary patches as the ones where you get the big changes, you get the big new modes. These are just the splurge on rewards patches. Right.
Okay, I will say you might be right on that totally, because it's using more a MiHoYo system of version updates. So it's more 3.0 is the big thing rather
100%.
than, because most other gachas don't do that. It'll just be like, here's the anniversary, crazy, insane stuff. So that would be more the 3.0.
Yeah.
You are right about that.
Yeah.
But I think that overall the patch just didn't meet players' expectations. And people might think, like you said I'm riding the hate train. I'm being completely just realistic, I think, about this. I'm not trying to ride any hate train. I don't want to dislike Kuro or this anniversary in any way, but just realistically, I don't think it hit the mark in almost any of the ways that
I like where Jin is at coming from this.
I think we have a big disagreement on what an anniversary patch is. I think like what I expected from anniversary was big rewards. I didn't get that. That fucking sucked.
Okay, that's fair.
Everything else, I'm like, okay, this is a 2.3 patch. It's fine. Right? I'm like, yes, if we would have gotten 17 more polls, it would have been fine. If we would have got 10 more polls.
I think this is a case where they're just coming from different perspectives.
Changes, like, where's my new gameplay modes? Where's my new rehauls? Where's my new gameplay fixes? Well, that's in 3.0. That's in 2.0. Like, I don't know why I would expect any of that for this patch.
But my counter argument would be, why not?
To it, I do agree, but I do think But so I'm thinking of it less even from my perspective in terms of the polls. It's more from the players' perspectives, and I know the players are going to be pissed about that. I know how they feel about that kind of stuff, and to them, especially like when you compare it to all these other anniversaries that people have been trashing, right? People are trashing the Genshin anniversary, the HSR anniversary. So like,
100%.
it's so easy for this to be a slam dunk. It's so easy. It requires no effort. It's honestly like a joke how easy
and that's why I'm saying
and
just
somehow
why not? Why not
they
just
still miss the
add
mark.
more
And
shit?
then bringing back all these banners, everyone trashed Honkai Star Rail for having like the pay event and like all these like they keep bringing back so many banners
100%.
people to spend more money.
100%.
And then Wuthering Waves does that with every banner at the same time. Like that's such a crappy thing to do when you get so few polls. It's like
I think there's a difference between a paying event and having multiple banners.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But I more meant that people were trashing on HSR when they were running so many reruns at the same time too, right?
For sure.
People were like, that's such a crappy thing to do. And now they do that with the anniversary here. It feels a little out of touch to me.
I think one thing that we should keep in mind for the anniversary banners is that this is basically every limited character that's ever run in the game, right? It's not like
except for the current patch,
Yeah, except for this patch, right? Which is fair. It's not like we're going ahead and like HSR where it's like, the quadruple banners out of their 17 million fucking 5-stars because they release 2 every fucking patch. It's not like 1/4 of the roster like it is for HSR. It's like the entire fucking Wuwa limited roster.
Wait,
and
you know what?
For
You're
me,
right. Sorry, you're right. No, actually, chat, you're 100% right. They should have given us 4 free premium 5-stars. I didn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. Okay. No, you know what? And they should have given us $10,000 each. And the fact that nobody else in this call is saying that we should have all gotten every character for free and $100,000, y'all are just cold. Yep. It is what it is. Sorry, guys.
Only crazy people would be going that far.
Characters on that banner, they didn't give enough rewards to have that many banners. Like, people are gonna have to
and that's where I'm thinking too.
That's true. Oh, absolutely. The rerun banners are literally worthless.
You
have to spend money.
No
you can't
point.
pull them if you want to pull new stuff. You literally cannot. They exist just to try and get money from people.
Going and looking at the official page, it looks like we are getting 35 pulls. We're getting 10 from Gifts of Grand Celebration. We're getting 5 from Gifts of Grand Reunion. We're getting 10 from QD Derby, and then we're getting 10 from Gilded Night Market. So we are getting 35, not 23.
I mean, even 35 though. To be fair, for that
35.
what 12,
2 new limited
banners
characters and 10 reruns. Yeah, okay.
It doesn't compare to Nikkei, but it's still better than what we got for Star Rail and Genshin when they did their first anniversary.
It's better. Okay, now that we got that confirmation, 35 free pulls. That's better. That's fine. We can already say that. It's better. But why not say that in the live stream? Why not say and advertise that during the live stream?
Randomly pull Bailu, and then everyone fucking pulled Ranmei because she was.
And that's that's another thing. And then on top of that, you got 12 banners. 311. Refresh. And there we go.
And so it's like,
but I'd rather
you got 12 banners. You're not going to be able to pull that. You're going to have to spend money.
You could use all those and just get nothing.
Or just bite the bullet and not pull for any characters.
Then you're getting an HSR. And so it's kind of like, okay, we got like the budget in HSR for rewards. Let's just say that there is one, right? Went to like a free character that you might not even fucking need at all. Sure, they'll rotate the shop later, right? And there might be good stuff in there. But it's like, you can view it from the perspective of there's actually quite a bit of fucking pulls coming in if that 35 number is true. And that's why I think waiting to see how much these events actually give is pretty important, right? To make a final judgment. Because I'm pretty sure that 10 that we just saw kind of came out of nowhere, right? Like that 10 was not in the live stream. And I guess reading the patch notes, we found out there was 10 more. And then we don't know how much the asteroid rewards are for the events. And so who knows? It might be like fucking 40 overall if you like do everything.
Okay, wait. First of all, I don't think it's fair for us to speak in theoreticals, because if they were truly so good, I don't know why they wouldn't just announce them. Why would you?
That's what I said.
That's what I said. Hidden polls. They're not just going to be like.
Why not just say it in the live stream?
Theoreticals. We're saying let's wait and see how much they give.
Yeah, that's
That
speaking
is a
of
theoretical.
how much that they're going to give. We don't know.
Wait,
It's
so
theoretical how much they're going to give.
So just saying, let's wait to see how much they give before making a final judgment on how shit the rewards
We're
are.
not making a final judgment. This is not the final judgment. The patch has not hit yet. This is our initial judgment. That's what we're doing right now.
So yeah, that's just I don't get what the issue is here. I'm saying
it's right now it's a theoretical. It's not out yet. We don't know. We do not have the information. We're making our initial judgment on what the patch is.
We shouldn't speak in theoreticals, or we should?
Well, I'm saying that you are trying to look at a theoretical number that we can't know, and I'm saying based on the information we currently have, this is what we could say.
Bro, wait, okay, look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Listen, if it's fucking, let's say we get 35 today and you get 15 more from these fucking events, it's still not, listen, there's fucking 12 banners. It's a lot of shit. Who the fuck cares? Let's move. I feel like we're sitting here talking in circles about shit. The polls, they're fucking low. The polls suck.
Yeah, that's fair.
But who isn't saying that?
Like no, everyone is established.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we all agree the rewards are shit. 100%.
Yeah, from what we see, the announcements are bad. But I guess Shinya looked at the fucking patch notes and there was like 10 more tucked in there that we didn't see in the live stream. And so that's why I was saying like, oh, okay, like maybe there's actually more shit. Yeah. And so before like the final or before like people make their final judgment, I'm not talking about people on the call. It's just like, I mean, there might be just more shit that's like
if there was, you would think they would have made a much bigger deal about it and talked about it more.
That's what I said earlier.
They didn't announce the 10 that I guess you just found. So.
They should have brought that up in the live stream because the live stream is the purpose of a live stream is to build hype. That's why you do live streams to build hype.
I only saw Fleur Delise. I didn't.
But it's just like I mean, okay, I want to just because I feel like. I think examples that are rooted in reality are so important. So I invite anyone on this call to give me an example. Name me a gacha game where they did these massive graphic overhauls, these massive gameplay overhauls on their anniversary patch that was not a new version.
Epic 7.
Okay, so one?
Well, at least one.
Okay.
That just happened like a week or two.
Okay, great. All right, so just Epic 7.
Nikkei probably too. Yeah. I think Nikkei's anniversary. I don't know about.
HSR innovated with the spending event. They had a whole new.
That's innovation.
That's a systems upgrade.
I guess
be honest. I'm surprised Kuro didn't do that.
I'm struggling to grasp the reality of why I should be once again acknowledging the rewards are shit. We should have gotten at least 17 more polls, 100%. But everything else for the patch looked good.
I would say it looked okay. I'm going to go just okay.
And trust me, if there's anybody to farm outrage, it's me. But I just feel like there's just not really that much to farm here. I mean, like it just looked like a.
You don't have to pull all of them.
I think when you're looking through the lens of
but
the version update,
it's still not good to have that many banners because
I'd be fucking.
You're not understanding the psychology of it.
The perspective.
They're trying to capitalize on FOMO to make players feel more incentivized to buy the currency to pull on them. That's the purpose of the psychology behind it. People like you and me, Nicholas, we're going to be sane and be like, nah, I'm not going to pull on all that. But they're trying to capitalize.
Was already answered.
Yeah. You said. But they're trying to capitalize on the FOMO for people who can't put a mental barrier there in their head and go, oh wait, I shouldn't probably pull on all this. I can't do that. Some people can't do that. But you got to understand, Nicholas, people like you and me, we can do that. And Kuro Games isn't specifically targeting us. They're trying to capitalize on the people that don't have that restraint.
Would that alone elevate the patch to like God tier amazing? Like, and the rewards are the only thing that separate it from being dog shit and God tier.
To some players, yes. There's actually a large amount of players that are probably would, to be honest.
I think the big issue that people need to acknowledge right now is that for these other games, when their anniversary happens, it's also the new version update that happens at the same time. This is
I think that's a valid point.
100%. Like, and that's where I'm like, because once again, my expectations, I had fucking none. Like,
really?
I had none.
Why?
I did not.
But why did you?
I had a whole fucking
I
bingo
legit
card.
was
Because
like,
you don't be disappointed.
Oh, bingo
I
card.
Like you just go in. The game's been delivered.
I legit
but to have
wanted
no expectations.
Yeah.
Oh no, because
Like,
I knew
to
there
say
was,
you have no expectations kind of sounds like you don't really care that much about what happens.
okay, so let me
No.
tell you why that's a
honest.
horrible
Hold
thing.
up, but I ain't been able to say nothing the whole goddamn pad. Let me chat real quick.
Yeah,
goddamn.
he's been on cooldown.
Let him-
All I
let's-
wanna
He's
say
been on
is,
cooldown. That's so true.
And I'm not fucking siding with tech. I'm just stating honest. I had zero fucking expectations too, guys. Now I made a bingo card.
Really?
I made a bingo card.
I
and
would
was
argue
like,
a bingo
I'd
card
like to
is
see a free
expectations.
5-star, and my chat can vouch for this. They might even be in here watching. But I straight up told them, chat, I'll be honest, I don't give a fuck if they say, well, hey, guys, black screen, white text is what we got. I would be like, I don't care, bro. Because at the end of the day, it goes, well, for me, Jin, is that it goes back to the primary thing I stated before. They have a lot of room for error based off of what they've laid down since their
Totally
launch.
agree.
And so it's like, but I don't disagree with what you're saying as well in terms of the community deserves to shit on them for the lack of a gesture of respect. But at the end of the day, I was sitting here listening to you guys. There's two different sides of this. There's people who put more value into this game, which we know is typically the target audience. But then there's us, where we're just like, it doesn't matter what the fuck they give us. We can spend the money to get what we want. And so why do
I don't think
care
that's
at the end
a
of the day? I
good
just like the fucking game,
point of view to
you
come
know?
from, though.
And so, like, from an adult perspective, you don't care because you can afford to not care. From a target audience perspective, for people who don't have the most money, they care because that shit matters to them. The extra 17 pulls matters to them.
And at least Smack can come from that.
Dick right in the game.
At least Smack can look at that other perspective, so I'll give him that.
So I
also think
totally
the
agree. I'm
leakers
looking at
made that
more
worse.
from the perspective of the player. Like me, myself,
Yeah,
like for
of
instance, the
course.
selector wouldn't really matter to me. An extra pulls,
Yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
can just spend money, right? Like I'm more looking at it like, I guess purely from, I mean, maybe some of our chat's perspective or just player perspective, what the average person is gonna feel. To me, that seems really shitty. But like for me, I mean, yeah, it's just a normal patch, like whatever.
Yeah.
But, like,
Like, think
I would
how many
just
people.
So I
think
have
how many
I have
people
to
just
address.
spent so many pulls on like Shorekeeper and now have like fucking nothing.
Yeah,
so.
I got blasphemed by Kate saying I don't care about the game. So let me just go ahead and address why I said I had no
you hate it.
expectations.
You hate the game.
I need
Yeah.
water for this.
I didn't say you hate the game. I'm not
I know.
saying that.
Hold up. So let me explain to you why I had no expectation, why I was not worried about it at all. And I have a clip of me saying this. The reason why I went into the live stream with no expectations whatsoever is that the longer I've played Kuro games, I've never been disappointed with the patch. Besides 1.1, I think.
1.2 probably.
They're not really.
It would have to be
they're
1.2. 1.1 is
not really
crazy.
a company at this point where I think I'm gonna have to worry and wait for what they're going to deliver me on a patch by patch scenario. So that's why I said I had no expectations. I went in. I don't look at leaks because when I look at leaks, it's usually because I don't have enough of the rewards and items in order to properly prepare my characters, like in Honkai Star Rail, where there's 90 fucking characters. So I have to look at leaks in order to properly prepare what I'm going to need to build. Usually I find this shit out day one. And then for people who look at leaks are genuinely people who are unhappy with the current game state of the game, who are looking for brighter pastures because they don't exist in the fucking game. I still heavily enjoy Wuthering Waves. I still enjoy whenever I log into the fucking game. So I wasn't really worried about what the live stream was. I wasn't really setting my expectations to be insurmountable because I'm like, oh, it's fucking woo-wah. They haven't disappointed me yet, so why would I worry? That's what I meant by having no expectations.
It's kind of like that meme,
You still
right?
enjoy the game regardless, like sure.
Of course.
It's kind of like that meme, right? Where there's like the HR lady or like the corporate lady. She's like typing on like her desk, and then like the guy comes in. He's like, "Yo, Kate, how's it going in the morning?" Right? And then it's like, "Oh, call HR." And then the other one is like, "Oh, like she like waves back," right? It's like that. It's like that meme where when it's like Kuro Games, at least with the reputation that they've been building up over the past couple of.
And I think this is fair. I think this is a fair argument.
Building it up over the past couple of
Like
months.
I said earlier,
It's like you give them just naturally more leeway because they haven't been actively making the game worse. When it's like if HSR and Wuwa were to do the same thing, or Genshin and Wuwa were to do the same thing, I feel like Kuro Games is just naturally going to have like not as much of a negative response, even if it is something that's negative in the first place. And I think these rewards are kind of like folding into that. Personally, right? I don't think anyone on the call has been like supporting that sort of thing, right? I think we've all been like calling it out.
Nobody here has said, I'm happy with the polls. I think 23 is great. I don't know. What a great anniversary. That legit was never fucking said.
I agree with all this.
Shit, the anniversary was a letdown. However, the contents of the patch is a normal 2.3 fucking patch. However, that's just how it goes. The anniversary was let down. Next anniversary, we're going to fucking bitch. But for all the people who are saying that, well, if this was HSR, you would have done this. Well, that's not fucking true. Because how many of you guys said that, well, getting 2 characters every patch is a fucking good thing? Because you were overlooking that shit. You were saying, oh, wow, getting 20 pulls every patch is a good thing. Well, yeah, in HSR, we fucking needed it. Whereas in Genshin Impact, obviously, we didn't fucking say that shit. Right? So, obviously, this is, once again, absolutely strike one. The anniversary rewards were an absolute letdown.
I can agree with that
this is a bad patch is unrealistic. The only reason people think it's a bad patch is because it's a usually anniversary, and I said this before, usually anniversary lines up on a major version update. This one did not. So, I think it's for 2.3, it's fine.
And I think Kuro Games is in my good graces, by the way, just absolutely. Like they can fuck up multiple times. Like for instance, Honkai Star Rail, it was like, bro, this is like your 5th strike. Like what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, at that point. But in this game, absolutely, this is for me. I would almost say like the launch had some strikes, like patch 1.2, but the thing is they smoothed all that over with patch 2.0. Patch 2.0, it's like bygones be bygones, fresh slate, absolutely amazing, right? So, but I will absolutely always, and a lot of us are in this call, like all of us are in this call, calling a spade, that it's like, it does suck ass this patch, but I just think that even though we have it in our good graces, I still think it is fair to be like pretty harsh about it.
Okay.
I think we can be really harsh.
So the
and
math is out.
We are being
actually,
harsh.
People were saying that they wanted at least 30 pulls and only got 23. So we're actually getting 37 pulls this patch.
Yep.
Oh, welcome to the conversation, Tech. I mentioned that like 20 minutes ago.
Well, I was in the bathroom when you said that.
In the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh, well, you said 35, so there's actually 2 more. Very close to Genshin's 3.
That'll get me my
counting the asteroid. People are counting
like the problem too with the chat. I think chat, like a lot of people got fucked with the leaks. They see the leaks and they already have that expectation, like, oh, we're getting Psychona for free because that was the leaks that was going around.
I never heard that leak. I never heard it.
They're like, oh, we're not. Yeah.
Okay, but those people are just dumb. Like,
yeah, those people are dumb.
Of course. I mean, we're talking about gotcha players, bro.
I'm like, so glad you said that, Jenny, because I thought you were agreeing with those people, and I was like, how in the fuck?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No, dude.
For me, my opinion is very simply, shit rewards, decent patch. That's my whole take. That's pretty much it.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if we just don't think about the rewards at all, the patch actually looks really fucking good.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
I'd say okay.
The story looks awesome.
Event looks fun as fuck.
It looks like one of the better patches. Probably the best it might be better than 2.2 in my opinion, right? Obviously, there was a map expansion as well. I didn't even factor that in. Like it looks like the best 2.0 patch as a whole. Just not even thinking about the reward.
Nah, there's no 2.0s, but I don't think it's gonna be better than 2.2.
Or like after. Sorry, I meant after 2.0.
It might be better than 2.1. I'll definitely say it'll probably be better than 2.1.
Get ahead of yourself.
Like compared to 2.1 and 2.2, 2.3 looks like it might be the best out of all of them. With like the new like Black Alley area, it looks like Arcane.
Yeah, kind of looks cool.
Like basically 2 story quests, one for Zani.
And that's why I'm saying like when I got done with that live stream, I said that the one thing that I'm looking forward to is a lot of the stuff surrounding Zanny. Everything surrounding Zanny, I'm actually really hyped for. Sayakona, I'm gonna kind of reserve my judgment because I'm more excited for Zanny than Sayakona. But I do agree with the sentiment of yes, and I think Tectone's kind of said it perfectly. For Wuthering Waves, this is like strike one, and I think that's fair. And like I always say, and how I am, I always call a spade a spade. The anniversary does look lackluster. Now that the math's out 37, that's better. I'll be fair. 37's a lot better. I'm happy with that. But I feel like they could have done more. I feel like they could have done better. I feel like Wuthering Waves could really, like when you have good faith, when you have good standing, it's always a net positive to try and go an extra mile and make people really enjoy you. Because the thing is, Wuthering Waves has nothing to lose. I mean, technically you could say that good standing is something they could lose. But what I'm saying is that when you're in a good spot, it doesn't hurt to try to push the boundaries and make people really see why people treat you more in good faith compared to the other competitors in the market. And right now, Wuthering Waves can strike while the iron is hot, when right now, sentiment surrounding Hoyoverse is probably at its lowest. 327. And that's what we're saying. This is the moment where they can strike while the iron is hot and push it further.
That patch, I almost quit.
Yeah. Also, I'm just hyped for that cyberpunk shit too, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Cyberpunk stuff is cool, but it's not going to be something we'll see until like a year from now.
A year if we're lucky.
Yeah, a year.
It could be a year and 7 months.
I'm pretty sure everyone's thinking that 3.0 is like New Federation, right? With like all the high tech and shit like that. So it's kind of just like,
that would
speaking of Federation collab all over again, they announced it like a year in advance. Then like Amphorus comes around. Now they're gonna tie it in, and this is the same thing they're doing with the futuristic city, and then we get Cyberpunk, bro.
I guess Cyberpunk negative edge run the shit out of that.
I'm not particularly sure how like Fate even relates to like fucking Amphorus though. At least I can get like the whole like New Federation
was supposed to, I think, right?
Yeah, Remembrance.
Because it's about summons. That's the whole point of the series, right?
Yep.
Oh,
but
so
you're
literally summoning heroes for the whole wall.
That
makes
me cringe, actually.
Like I said, I'm excited for the Edge Runners collab, but we're not going to see that for a while.
And we never saw him at all.
That's a little tease, bro.
I was like, why is bro here?
He's
getting PT, bro.
That wasn't
like, what the fuck? Why is Sephiroth here, bro?
But that wasn't anything story based. That was just like, oh, it's an anniversary. All of your friends are here to celebrate the anniversary.
The free character was actually Calchero. Log in on the day and you'll see it. They'll give him.
Yeah. But he was already power crept by the other free character. What the fuck?
Yep. Yeah. Well, you wanted something free, bro. You know, shit.
Well, actually, if you put him at a high skill level, he's actually one of the best characters in the entire game. But you filthy Westerners wouldn't get that. You're just not as good as us.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, sorry, I should ask Rexlin instead.
Bro, I would never believe that he is as good as they say he is, man. There's
I
no
don't believe
shot,
it.
bro.
Yeah, there's no way.
Bro, no.
I just used him recently. He sucks. Go.
Wait. Talking about Calchero. Never mind.
Yeah.
If there is a way to make him OP as shit by playing him well, though, I would really like to see that.
Yeah, basically, you gotta have like 20 ping, and you gotta cancel like 3 attacks in a row. It just looks like he's fucking fencing. He just stabs like 3 times and then like fucking does a death messenger. It's the dumbest gameplay I've ever seen.
Also get 6 dupes to make him
get his ult, to get like all 3 of his attacks off on his ult. It's fucking nearly impossible.
You can get off.
Has to be immobilized.
You can get off 5 if you're doing like
if you're good with it.
Yeah, you can get literally 5 off when you're supposed to get like 3 at a baseline.
Wait, so someone in my chat is telling me that some 10 free pulls are after Zany and they're making a problem about it. Is that really a big deal?
I think one 10 pull is after for other work.
One's in the second phase. Yeah.
I mean, Chiacona is still a new 5-star. I don't know if that's the biggest deal in the world. I feel like it'd be a little.
Sucks, but it's not.
Yeah, like
it's not
like Mavica Sitlali.
I was about to make that comparison. I was about to make that comparison.
And it was also after both banners.
Two new. Yeah, I mean, okay. If it was Chacona and Zani at the same time, and then all the anniversary pulls were after their banner, that'd be dog shit.
Oh yeah, that would be a case where you would rake them over the coals
after Zani, because we all know she's the most hyped up character, right? Absolutely. Like just in general, even if you don't like her, she's the most hyped up. So it's kind of unfortunate, but oh well.
No, that shit is ass, no doubt about it. They shouldn't even they allow the player to use his pulls on that patch the way they want to use them pulls. Fuck all
and I think that's fair. I think you can say that too.
All right, let's talk about the good things now. I think we got all the shitting on Wuwa. Yeah, guys, Wuwa bad. I'm uninstalling. Anyways,
EOS.
Surprised they didn't announce the EOS today.
Yeah,
that was really
Arrow of Solon. They did Arrow of Solon.
How you guys feeling, by the way? Are you guys tired? Are you guys sleepy?
Oh, I'm fucking cooked,
I haven't gone to sleep yet.
I
think me and Gotcha Smack and Jenna are the ones that have not gone to sleep yet.
Oh God. Oh, I'm feeling fine.
WrestleMania's in like 8 hours. I'm staying awake.
Oh shit, it is. I forgot about that.
WrestleMania's in like 8 hours. I'm up, bro. We lit.
Also, WrestleMania tonight, boys. Yes,
Yep.
sir. WrestleMania 41.
Sidebar, I'm just saying, I swear to God, I'll gift everyone 10 subs if Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't come out tomorrow. I'm so fucking, I promise you. I swear to God.
Yes.
I'll pull out the cardboard cutout.
Hope this is okay. I want to talk about what I thought was good.
I'm planning on watching a little bit of it.
That new story quest looks fucking awesome.
Zandy's quest, I think, looks great.
Blue-haired chick, dude. Blue-haired chick.
Dude, that villain is so hot.
So
Holy
the
shit.
fucking hand-to-hand combat was wild.
So the thing that I'm really enjoying about Wuthering Waves stories, I'll be real. I'm an exploration story player at this point. I really don't give a fuck about endgame. I don't care. Like if you want to do that, go for it. I don't care. I have wizardry. And yes, guys, I do. I'm gonna play Limbus Company, but I also have Pokemon Go, which I beat my first Mega Raid yesterday. I got a Sceptile, got a Mega Sceptile. I know, pretty cool.
So you'll do endgame in Pokemon?
Yes, absolutely, dude. Oh my God, Saint, I was literally I teared up yesterday, because after 10 years, I finally have a game to play with my dad. Because my dad's played every day for 10 years. So
Pokemon Go.
Yes, dude. So me and my 4 friends, we were to go fight the Mega Sceptile, and we couldn't beat it. And so I told my dad, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, buddy. I'll just remote raid pass in." Bro comes out there with a 6,600 CP Mega Rayquaza and sits on that thing, bro. It was insane.
Getting carried.
And dude,
it sounds like, bro, it sounds like a commercial.
Straight up.
It sounds like an ad, dude.
Like,
don't worry,
bro,
son.
That would actually be such a commercial.
And then my 3 friends, which were Anna, Shinya, and Sophia, were like, "Dude, your dad's so cool." And I'm like, I know. It was awesome,
bro, this is not real.
It was real. Shinya was there. It's real.
It did happen.
Yeah.
It's the only game that his dad is better at him at it.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so cool. But yeah, I'm really liking this thing that Wuthering Waves is doing, because for 2.2, I'm not sure if any of you guys played Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but if you did, you probably saw the parallels.
I did.
And the Cartethia quest and the Fleur de Lis, which I thought was fucking awesome. Even like the passing of the Master Sword.
It was light parallels, but there were parallels between Ocarina of Time and that story.
Arcane. It looks like the new main bad guy is Jinx mixed with Vi. And also a little bit of Rhea Ripley. And we're even in the underground area. Like, dude, the parallels they're telling, like, oh,
it does
back
look
alleys.
this story's really good. Let's just steal it and put it in Wuthering Waves. Like, I'm really enjoying this shit so much.
I think that's the easiest way to do it, bro. I really think that's fine.
Yep.
I don't know if you did a Cantarella story, but I think you would actually really enjoy it. You should probably do it on stream. I think your chat would really like it.
I will absolutely do it 100%.
Yeah. It actually blew me away because I was like, wow, I thought she was just going to be fucking Gooner bait this entire time. And it's like, she's probably like the coolest character in the game.
Yeah, so I was told that the quest was mid. Is that not true?
No. Nope.
Okay.
I don't know who told you that.
Okay. A lot of people, in fact. So I didn't want to do it because I was worried about making the character me not like her as much. So how long is it?
It's
an
long.
hour. That's like an hour and a half. I think I did it in an hour and a half on stream.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. My problem is I've become conditioned to be so afraid of these quests where I'm like, it's going to take me 4 or 5 hours. I just don't want to fucking do it.
Yeah.
So, okay. That's good to know. Anybody else excited about the story at all?
I always am, man. I love the story, bro. I don't know when. It happened to me too. I don't know when the fuck it happened, brother. I slippery sloped into a casual, bro. I just be wanting to play the story and explore it too.
You want to know why that is?
Should be admitting that.
I forgot to do Tower Adversity last batch. I didn't even give a fuck.
It's because that's how these games are meant to be played. Like, I'm just gonna be real. Like, these games aren't meant to be played 24/7. Like the games that are.
FOMO ruins the games. Yeah.
Like Epic 7 can be played 24/7. Wizardry can be played 24/7, but you don't fucking need to.
If you're not stupid.
No, I'll be real, bro. I'll be playing that shit non-fucking stop. I'm not even gonna fucking lie, bro. I end stream to play Wizardry because I love the game so much.
I just got to Abyss 1 the other day.
I legit, I sit in my backyard. Shinya knows. I sit on my egg chair. I sprawl the fuck out. And I just fucking grind Wizardry. Oh man, it's so fucking good. I hope everybody in this call has tried it.
I haven't showed up to his house one time where he's not playing Wizardry. it's actually insane.
It's fun, bro, but like I'm not gonna lie, it's hard playing that and then like getting lost in that for 8 hours. Like fuck, I just wasted a day because I can't make content out of that shit. I did like one video, bro. It made me like $1.10. I'm like, okay, maybe this.
It's for the love of the game, okay?
Wait,
really quickly.
right now.
Yeah, I learned to not get burnt out to play some games off stream.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but he was saying like what are the best parts of the patch, I just wanted to really quickly go over. I think one of the best parts that actually excited me was they're doing way more cosmetics. There's the crown thing you can do. There's the skins. There's the wings.
That's neat. I do think it's neat.
So many gachas just don't do. For some reason, they either hate money or they hate us or something.
It's like
people
easy
love
money.
It feels like it's free money,
customization.
bro. And it literally just you hire like 5 guys. You go, you guys make that, and they just make skins. Like I don't know why it's so hard for these companies to do that.
I just point to like
That's a
something
great
like
thing.
Final Fantasy 14, like where everything's just customizable. People
way
love
more
stuff. They'll
cosmetics.
spend
That's
money
literally
on it just to
that's
people
literally
will
the end
spend.
game. It's just the cosmetics in 14.
Look at League of Legends, bro. They just
100%.
make money off the
Same.
skins. Just do
Yeah,
more of that. in these
$500 a skin, baby. Faker, our goat.
I'm so glad I quit that fucking game, dude. Holy
Hey,
And the gacha players would pay it.
Don't give them any ideas for the Changli and Carlotta skins.
I would pay
$500
Okay,
$500 for
so
that.
here's a question.
Discount. It
I would
costs
pay
like
$500 for
How
that
much
shit.
would you
I would not
spend
spend
100%.
that
You
much
have
money
to
for
talk about this.
bikini
How
skins.
much are
No,
you
no.
expecting those skins to cost?
Same as
Oh,
Genshin.
$30.
I think just same as
$30.
Jinxie's.
$30.
Wait. How much was Jinxie's? Not like you know, because you can't buy like $20 packs.
You could
How
get
much
it
was
reduced,
it?
couldn't you?
Was it like what?
The discounted
When you had
discounted
when you
was
would-
25, I think.
25.
Well, I think when you had every top up though, I think it was like if you used every single top up like double bonus from like when you start the game, I think it was like $23. But if you didn't have any of the top ups, it was like 30 or something.
Yeah,
and that's on
then
sale.
after the discount went away, I think it was like 40.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I think that shit's gonna be like $40. I'm gonna be honest. I think both.
I think they'll have the sale.
Call me
I think
the
it's just,
show.
I think it's
I'm
just
buying
the
that
same.
shit if it's
I think it's just the
$40.
same exact price as Jinxie's.
I don't know, man. I think they know they're about to sell like crazy.
I do
Bro,
hope
if they make them 40.
People are paying for freaking cabinets to do a oiled up Zanny. I think they'll pay $30, $40 for fucking Changli.
I'm expecting.
There's gonna be a discount.
Good. I'm expecting them to have unique
I thought you were
animations.
talking about cabinets. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, if they're charging Jinxie prices, they also need to have Jinxie animations because
Absolutely. I think that's fair.
It better not
That's
just
true.
be a swimsuit.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because I can imagine what they're doing for Carlotta, where she has like the little like water pistol, right? So she'll just have like water particle effects. It's like, what are they gonna fucking do with Chang Li? Like
water fire.
We get it. You hate Chang Li. We get it. Same.
I'm just wondering, like how are they gonna change her particles up? Like what the fuck is gonna happen?
Do you guys want to
there?
know a little bit of cool lore about how much of a big fan of swimsuit skins I am? So there's this little known game called League of Legends. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of this game, but there's a skin series in the game where there was a part.
Pool party.
Well, hold up. I was on Facebook.
Spoiling him.
I was on Facebook, and the devs asked the players, if there were to be skins implemented in the game, what would you guys want to see? Leave a comment. We'll implement the top voted comment, and we'll compensate that player for their contribution. Well, one player underneath the name of Jonathan Tectone submitted two skins. Number one, Special Needs Garen, where he wears a safety helmet and swings a pool noodle and yells "Dumb Assia" instead of "Dumb Assia."
That should have won.
And another skin, Pool Party Ziggs, where he throws water balloons instead of bombs. Lo and behold, I got 8,000 RP in the fucking mail and a thank you for submitting that skin idea.
You are
yes, sir.
For pool parties,
Yes, sir.
That's
you guys haven't heard this before? This is like the 4th time I heard him talk about it.
Jesus.
Nah, bro. Never.
Legendary, savior.
I'm surprised that you didn't get like you didn't win that for like a skin for like a female character. Like why fucking Ziggs?
Because I used to be a Ziggs man.
Hell yeah, dude. He throws down his little fucking floaty, boosts himself up
Yeah,
into the air.
So cute, man. So cute.
It's so cute. That's an insane story. I'd tell that shit 87 times too if I was.
I'm so proud of him. I love Ziggs so much, man. I used to quote him all the fucking time. This will be a blast. Oh, I love him, man. He's such a cool character.
Fucking blown away, bro.
Did you guys see that one fucking person on Facebook too that made the post about Genshin? Let's go report the Wuthering Waves live stream. Did you see that?
Yeah. Somebody made that on the subreddit and it instantly got deleted.
Yeah, I'll link it. I'll link it in our chat if you guys want to see it.
Yeah.
Report for what?
They wanted to get the stream taken down, so they wanted to mass report. Yeah, it's so.
Oh yeah,
dumb.
that's gonna happen.
That's the big thing right now is that there's so much fake outrage in the Wuthering Waves community. I'm trying very hard to understand what is real and what is fake, because we already saw the huge issue that Santontas covered. Which, by the way, Santontas, do you want to give everybody in the call a brief rundown of what happened with the fake outrage with Wuthering Waves community?
With are you talking about the censorship or
the Immortal gang?
343. 343. Okay.
Like I saw your tweet legions, I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, that's probably fucking not real.
I was being told it was a mod too, so that's why.
They
said it's gonna look different when it finally comes out.
They're gonna make it more tasteful.
I hate censorship, but like this is a really minor thing. If they keep doing it, that's a huge
problem.
But
it was back a
16 plus, and then that's why those censorship patches were rolled out within like a day to deal with Cornelius Cucci, and the whole situation with
Let me pause for a second. He's basically talking about the outrage that happened between where Wuthering Waves had to go in and do like a little shadow update to put bigger kind of like granny panties, so to speak, on the boss of Flirteries, and then also had to censor a little bit of the pelvic area attire on Cantarella. He's talking about that drama. So let's continue.
Right. And then that whole patch happened. Then the game got like re-reviewed or whatever, and I guess it's back down to 12 plus. And so maybe we'll see that shit again in 2.4 when they release like the bikini skins. Maybe we'll see like another whole like battle or another, more like public post about it. But we're probably
Avengers. Yep.
Yeah.
Am I probably the one that did not give a fuck about the line in her vagina being removed? Like I swear to God.
I didn't give a fuck.
I
did care about Florida
As long
Lease.
as they didn't nerf her tits, like I didn't care.
Florida Lease's nerf was insane. That shit pissed me the fuck off.
And with Florida Lee, they rushed those changes to like just get them in ASAP.
I think they said they're going to.
Yeah,
they're going to go back and
Yeah, they said it's when it finally comes out.
They're going to make it more tasteful.
And yeah, so so to continue, it was mass reported by a certain part of community to, I think it was either Google or the CCP in China, and Wuthering Waves had to do a quick patch update because the Google Play Store rated them up to 16. When your rating is changed in Google or whatever app store that your game's on, it can have an effect on sponsors, because if sponsors think that your game is now going for a more mature audience, maybe the content in your game or whatever it is that you're doing may not be for the consumer that sponsor is trying to aim, and so they might pull their sponsorship deals away. And that's why Wuthering Waves had to quickly do something, because that fear drove into them. And the problem is that even though that's a problem for sponsors, and that's understandable, if the general community, as we know, especially in the Western side of the world, speaking as an American myself, we hate censorship to our very core. And so that's where a lot of the outrage came from in the Wuthering Waves community, was it's censorship. The point is not what was censored, even though that can play a role. The point is the censorship itself. And no one really likes censorship. At least that's the perspective I'm coming from. I hate censorship. I don't care what was censored. I just don't like censorship in general.
I hate censorship, but like, this is a really minor thing. If they keep doing it, that's a huge
problem.
But if it's just like one thing,
it's not.
I also
didn't
think
even
they
know
were
that shit was
forced,
real.
So
yeah, I don't think they did it. Like they didn't do it because they want to. But I thought that shit was a mod. Like I saw your tweet legions, I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, that's probably fucking not real.
I was being told it was a mod too, so that's why. Because I was like, I'm looking at my character. She don't have
someone sent it. Someone sent it to me in the trailer. It's like at a specific frame, like with the tongue and shit. It's there, but I didn't fucking notice that. I was like, all right, like
I was coping. I was like, that's just her thighs rubbing together.
I do think it is very good. There's actually a lot of players who are outraged right now in China. And I do think that if they do complain about the anniversary rewards, I actually think we will get more.
Good.
So I would like to say again, if you are upset about the anniversary rewards, guys, you are absolutely justified. 100,000,000%. Yeah.
It's conversations like this that are so fucking important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, China's pissed about it. There's people.
And before we jump off the censorship subject, because I think that's what's about to happen, to add one final note to that, to Wuthering Waves' credit, to Kuro Games' credit, they did say that they do plan on, like, especially when it comes to fleur-de-lis, they do plan on going back in and changing that just because it doesn't look good. Seeing fleur-de-lis in the granny panties, it doesn't look good. To be honest and speak to myself personally, how it was before was a lot better. And because this was done based on mass reporting just by haters, it's not a justified change just because a group of people just mass reported just to be a bunch of dicks.
People that like repost my videos on Bilibili, I wish they did as good on my YouTube as they do on Bilibili.
Yeah.
But there's like thousands of comments on that. Yeah, true. There's like thousands of comments that are just actually agreeing with my takes about like the censorship and all that shit. So I'm surprised they were actually really mad that the changes happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're talking about the anniversary awards at this point. Yeah, this is what I was. Oh, you guys remember that theory that I had before where they're fucking it up on the first pass, and then once the public starts talking about it, they're gonna fix it? Yeah. With CN actually being angry and then posts and shit being brigaded on Billy, I wouldn't actually be surprised at all if the anniversary awards are like buffed. And then there's like some sort of like free guarantee or something like that. Something with the
I don't think they did it though necessarily to rebuff it. Like I feel like they probably just thought this was enough.
It would have been better just have it better outright than just do
it.
Well,
I agree with that.
To be fair, though, companies do that a lot. Businesses, they do that a lot where they put something out shit intentionally with a contingency plan, and then they expect you to complain, and they have the plan ready for you as soon as you complain. That happens a lot in companies, actually. Sure. So he's not reaching with that, actually.
I genuinely think that Kuro has to I don't think they're fucking stupid, right? They've given out like a free 5-star at the launch of the game.
Did you see
they gave out free Jang.
All right, let's put on the tinfoil hat. Let's play around with that thought. Let's put on the tinfoil hat. And yes, I can believe what Gotcha Smacks is saying, because a lot of companies try to think ahead. They want to have contingency plans. I worked with a company that had like a contingency plan for every fucking thing that could possibly happen. So this is why it would make sense for them to do this. If they put out, like they did, lackluster rewards, and people ended up being happy, if they ended up being satisfied, which I don't understand why, but let's just say for the sake of it, they were satisfied. Then that means we don't have to invest as much. That means we don't have to try as hard. And so then they won't have to do this contingency plan for if there was outrage. But if there is outrage, then they understand, I guess we have to go with our contingency plan and put more shit out there so that our player base is satisfied. But that's the thing. If the player base was satisfied, that means that they wouldn't have to try hard enough. That would give them an idea of how hard they need to try, which is not very hard at all. And that's why I could see them doing this, because it's like a kind of a test. If they hate it, we know we need to do more. If they like it, we know just how hard we need to try going forward. So in that sense, it kind of does make sense. I don't like it personally. I think it's, again, a predatory practice. I think it's scummy, but I would understand why they would do it, even if I don't like it.
Oh God. They gave out free Zhang Liao in 1.2, and they should just know that at some point there's going to be like some sort of expectation, especially for the anniversary, right? That there's going to be something to really like sweeten the deal. And I'm going to be real, right? It really, the optics of it, I can see why a lot of people are upset, but it is a good game as well. So that kind of like weighs down the other end. But, you know, we already know how crazy China can get overall. We just talked about, you know, they just fucking brigaded the game for 2.2. I'm pretty sure
devs listen, bro. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. So it could be that. Hey, who knows? Maybe XJJ is going to send in enough reports about the anniversary, and then that gets something changed.
Dude, that immortal army rabbit hole goes even deeper than you think. Like I've been doing some research on that. Those people over there are fucking actually insane.
Oh,
like,
bro.
They were like doxing. They were doxing and showing up to people's houses and shit that were talking bad about Hoyo games.
Crazy.
I better watch out.
Bro,
better watch out.
I will say, I can't believe a Hoyo player would come to somebody's house. I can't believe that would ever happen, Shina. That's insane. I sure hope that never happens again.
I've never heard of that happen.
Yeah, that's awful.
No,
and so as a guy where I am horrifically paranoid about being brigaded on my comments and on my stream, I'm very careful with going with what the commonality is amongst chat, and I tried very hard to base my own opinions in my own logic, because there's a lot of times where people will just start saying, like, so for example, when I posted that, I showed the screenshot of we should brigade the Wuthering Waves live stream, immediately with no hesitation, 5 people immediately said, looks fake, it's fake. Same thing with the Immortal Army. Oh, bro, it's fake. Same with the contracts that were shown. Oh, they're fake. These are fake leaks. And I just don't believe these people anymore, right? So you have to be so careful at ignoring what so many people are spamming, because I have also seen where I post a video and the video is doing very good, and then I'll be linked to Discord by one of my mods, and I will see 32 people in the same call with my video pulled up being streamed, and those people talking about, now everybody go comment this, I'm going to comment this, I'm going to like this. We're all going to like this comment right now. Brigading is so bad in this community, it's insane. So,
well, not only that,
I recommend everyone to try not to get baited by it. It is so bad.
I don't have any definitive proof on this, but I promise you that Hoyo has so much astroturfing on the internet, and I promise you that they literally will hire these firms that will go on and try to change public perception of things on the internet within their own company, within other companies.
I don't doubt you at all.
Isn't DeWay a part of the CCP too? I've been hearing
Hoyo.
All right, I think they're just kind of getting off on side tangents and pretty much done discussing Wuthering Waves. But to basically conclude my thoughts, just kind of wrap up everything in a nice little bow tie. Overall, I think it's fair to say the Wuthering Waves rewards are lackluster. And now that we do have confirmation that it will be a total of 37 free pulls in this update, I think that's good. I think that's fine. I think that's fair. And it's nice to see. It's nice. It's always nice getting free pulls, but it just feels like it could be better. Just because it is Wuthering Waves. And I think there is something to be said for, and I believe this myself, that yes, Wuthering Waves is currently in our good graces because Kuro Games has been doing such a wonderful job with Wuthering Waves. That's why it's still one of the gacha games that I will continue to cover and make content for, because I really do like this game. It's not like Hoyo games that have just completely burned me out with how bad they've been with their predatory practices. And so with Wuthering Waves, I will give them leeway. That's why I am going to say, at least call it, like I always say, call a spade. I am going to say 100%, this anniversary is lackluster. This anniversary could be better. You guys could have done a lot more just due to the fact that we expect better for you. Whether that's fair or not, I do expect better. I expect them to kill it. And that's the thing. And so this is kind of like what I was saying, since I do treat them with more leeway, like a lot of you guys probably, I will say this is strike number 1. But they still have 2 more swings, so to speak, to continue the baseball analogy. It's not like Hoyo games where every other patch I see something that they could have easily done better, and I'm just like, god damn, man. Why do you guys always continue to suck? That's how I feel about Hoyo games, with especially Genshin and Star Rail. And this is coming from somebody who did Exactly, Nicholas. It does feel like it's just a normal patch. But with the and like, kind of get myself back on track. Genshin at one point was a game I enjoyed, but it got so predatory and so it got to the point where it was clear the devs didn't care about Genshin that I fell out of love with Genshin. Honkai Star Rail. I loved Honkai Star Rail. It was one of my favorite games. But the problem with Honkai Star Rail is the power creep, the predatory practices. I fell out of love with it. Wuthering Waves is still in my good graces, which is why, again, I'll just say this is strike one. And so, again, to call a spade, Anniversary could have been better. Anniversary could have been a lot better. The optimizations, they're good, but I did expect better. I expected them to maybe roll out having flight for the 1.0 areas. I expected basically a better optimization to the ecosystem. Even though what they're doing will help a little, it just depends on how available that currency is that will allow you to put in those substats. I feel like they're making the system more convoluted, at least just based on what I've seen, rather than kind of just do what the community wanted, which is get rid of the tuners and just allow them to act like normal relics and artifact systems we see in other games. Because like I said, the tuner system already makes the system more convoluted, and I feel like they're potentially adding a more convoluted problem to an already convoluted problem. So overall, I think what you said there, Nicholas, is true. I do think that this is kind of looking like a typical update when it should have been more of a banger. And I think that's what everyone expected going into this update, this live stream, was everyone expected a banger because Wuthering Waves and Kuro games are in our good graces. And I think that's the issue. But to kind of do the compliment sandwich, I do believe there is good stuff here. I do believe that Zanny looks incredible. I am excited for Zanny's story. I am excited to see what new additions they have for the map when it comes to the whole steampunk-esque vibes that I'm getting from Zanny's story. Shaikona, based on what they excuse me. Based on what they showed in clips, I feel like Sikona's story is going to be more on an emotional edge. So I'm expecting kind of an emotional roller coaster from Sikona's story, which is fine. I think that's going to be good. So story stuff, I think, looks good. Zanny looks incredible. Some of the optimizations I do think are going to be okay, and that's fine. But it all goes back to that original point I made, which is when it comes to Wuthering Waves' anniversary and how much Kuro Games is in our good graces, we just expected a little bit more and a little bit better. And in all honesty, I think that is fair. I think that is all fair to say. And also the 12 we'll go back to one other thing. The 12 banners is just crazy because it just leads to a very potential predatory practice of capitalizing on FOMO. And like I said earlier, some people, unfortunately, just kind of get carried away in FOMO and might do something stupid. And would I say they're kind of stupid for doing stupid stuff? Absolutely. But it still doesn't justify the practice of throwing 12 banners at people and saying it's and just giving us 37 pulls. That doesn't exactly equate. So overall, that's my final thoughts. 2.3 has good stuff in it, but I just think as an anniversary patch, it could have been better. That's my final thoughts on it. So, with that being said, it's been streaming for about 3.5 hours, and this has been actually very much an interesting conversation. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this conversation plays out as time goes on and we approach 2.3. So I want to thank you guys all for hanging out and watching this stream. You guys have all been great. I have enjoyed your all's input. Yeah, it is what it is. But you guys have been great. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I've enjoyed streaming all this Wuthering Waves news. And like I said, I'm going to be definitely interested in watching how the conversation progresses as we approach 2.3. And so with all that being said, thank you guys for hanging out. You guys have been great. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. And with all that being said, again, thank you. And I'll catch you guys later.